saving the planet one record at a time. My name is Beats and Breakdowns, and today we'll be looking at Kaliyuga. Awesome. So today we'll be looking at In Heart's Wake's fourth studio album, Kaliyuga. This album was released on the 7th of August in 2020 on UNFD Records. 13 tracks with just over 40 minutes in length. Okay, what I love about this album, outside of its songs obviously, is In Heart's Wake's commitment to tackling climate change. And they're doing this in a number of ways. Number one, carbon offsetting the production costs of their record. They're sending out their records without any plastic, helping reduce the amount of waste. And they're also using recycled material to send out their record. So the box that it comes in is recycled. The vinyls are using parts of recycled plastic as well to, again, try and reduce the amount of waste. And on top of this, they are pledging to plant one tree per every record sold. But wait, there's more. They've also already planted 1,000 trees based on the streaming of their first single, Worldwide Suicide. Hellbringer. This song is amazing. It does feature Jamie Hales from Polaris, and if you haven't checked out Polaris yet, I did do a review on their most recent album, The Death of Me. You can go check that out. I'll put a link in the description. With themes of the album really centering around the destruction of Mother Earth, this song really tackles the challenge they're facing in this fight. They're trying to fight a war with, devil's music, trying to save the day. And they're really just saying, hey, you know what? Bring it on. They really relish the idea of being Hellbringers. As long as it means saving the planet, they're all for it. Musically, this song slaps. I'm going to probably say that about every song on this album, to be perfectly honest with you. Jamie's feature is amazing. Goes in really hard, doesn't really hold anything back, and his verse really gives the song a really nice extra punch. Not that it really needed it. It's already a very high energy song. And again, paired with a really nice hook, really a melodic kind of hook. The breakdown comes off the back of a really dramatic 5-second pause, kind of catches you off guard. And I still find myself jumping the gun every time I'm listening to it. So it definitely has that wanting you to feel more kind of feeling to it, which I really, really love. Son of a Witch. To be honest with you, when this single came out off the back of Worldwide Suicide, it didn't grab me. I'm not sure if it was because of the amount of raw energy that was in their first single, or the fact the video clip itself was just an animated video and it just didn't grab me. And it did take a couple of spins, but I think it's safe to say this is one of those songs that even after listening to the whole album for 40 minutes, it's the one hook that will just stay with me. It's been stuck in my head ever since. Look, it's a really fun, great song, got a really good bounce to it. It goes with this kind of rapping and then paired up with a nice melodic, clean vocals, which kind of complement each other really well. This song is really themed about the destruction of the world due to global warming and what people are actually doing to try and combat that. Are they doing it loud? Are they doing it silently? But still getting it done. People are trying to extinguish that flame and that passion that people have to try and tackle these kind of challenges. But at the end of the day, we are the son of a witch that you forgot to burn. Force of Life. I love this song. It has a really arc feeling to it, which I think is a really cool kind of throwback to their previous release. And it really connects the two albums sonically. And I think it comes off the back of a really nice shift in pace. With the start of the album being really high energy, then hits this, slower pace off the back of Crossroads and Husks and a really cool little instrumental. And then this song comes back, kind of going for that home run, kicks off the rest of the album just to hit the ground running. Any guesses what this song's about? You guessed it. This song is about the battles that we have trying to save the planet. Very similar to the themes in Ark around, being one with the earth, one with the planet. We are that force of life connecting it. This song is about, nature and earth kind of being one and us connecting with it, being that force of life. The band brings what they bring to the table at their best. A really strong, aggressive track with a message, but they do what In Heart's Wake does best and comes out with another solid track. It has to be Worldwide Suicide. This whole song is basically a breakdown. From the start to the end, it just feels like an incredible breakdown. I am including the Introduction Crisis in this category of breakdown as well, just to have a little bit of a drum and bass renaissance at the start of the album, kind of just let you know you're in for an incredible ride. The song goes hard. Great breakdown. It's been on repeat since its first release, to be honest. It's amazing. One song that really caught me off guard was Crossroads. Absolutely beautiful song featuring Georgia Flood, an Australian actress turned singer. This song really helps set the pace of the album. The start of the album, so high energy. This kind of lets you take a seat, rest yourself. And I really think that the band tried to do something a little bit different. And I'm sure there's people out there that don't like this song because it's not, an In Heart's Wake song. It really feels more like a Georgia song featuring In Heart's Wake. But I think they've done a great job. Beautifully well-written song. It adds that nice pace to the album. And secondly, another highlight of the album is the Randy Riemann vocal on Iron Dice. Never heard of him before. He is a quite established vocalist from a whole bunch of bands from the 80s. But obviously came out of the shadows just for this release, and it really great vocals. I'm going to have to give the concept of the album a 10, mostly because of musically, but secondly, their just commitment to the challenge, to stand for what they believe in and have the conviction to follow through. The physical release of the album, the vinyls being sent out, was delayed because they couldn't find someone locally to be able to produce their records without the plastic. They went into a lot of research into how they can have the most efficient and effective carbon offsetting. They actually went out, live streamed them planting their own trees. That in itself, you can really tell that this band is taking that concept of battling and tackling climate change serious. That paired with the music, that paired with the lyrics in the album, really starts challenging yourself. Should I be doing a little bit more? And you know what? The answer is probably yes. You probably all can still do a little bit more to help tackle climate change. And shout out to the boys for doing an incredible job and leading the way in Australian music and probably most music when it comes to this kind of issues. Okay, so overall, I'm going to have to give this album a solid 9 out of 10 beards. And I so badly want to give this a 10. But there are just some songs that I forget about until I'm looking at the track listing and oh yeah, that song exists. Which to me means it just hasn't hit me and hasn't given me that impact. Everything else they've done, I'm just blown away with their steps they're taking environmentally that kind of contribute to the message of the album and the concepts of the album that just made me want to give this a 10, but there's just one or two tracks which just, fall on the wayside. So for me, that's not a perfect album. So I think 9 is still a pretty good run. So thank you guys for watching. My name has been and still is Beards and Breakdowns. Be sure to like, subscribe, and please put in the comments what was your favorite song from the album and why. Until next time.